Welcome, my fans of gruesome horror, to the Cursed channel. I'm here to tell you original horror stories that will make you quiver. Most of the stories are short, only about 10 minutes long, but some have multiple parts. So be sure to like, subscribe, tell your friends, and follow along. I'll be posting stories every week, so subscribe so you will know when new stories are posted. You will hear blood-curdling stories about loving pets who turn on their owners and ravage an entire town. Or about a city that was attacked and destroyed by giant mosquitoes sucking the blood from all who lived there. I have hundreds of stories to tell you, but be warned, none of them have happy endings. It's all death and destruction in the worst ways you can imagine. I hope you have a very strong stomach. But in addition to horror stories, I will be performing curses. That's right, curses. Is there someone you know who deserves to be cursed? I'll do it for you. I'm quite good. I've learned my skills from many years of working with voodoo priests from Haiti. My curses work. You've come to the right place if you want to get revenge on someone who has wronged you. Keep watching, and I'll tell you how to get me to curse someone for you. What fun we will have, and what revengeful evil you can inflict on your tormentors. Also, I will be hosting a contest where you can win up to $500 for submitting original horror stories that I will read here on this channel. So get your wicked, evil minds and pens working and send your stories to the email listed below. But make sure it is gruesome, gory, terrifying, and does not have a happy ending. The first story I will be presenting to you is about a creature known as the Cursed. The Cursed is a creature from hell who manifests itself as your worst nightmare, so it may not look the same to everyone. It will look like what you fear the most. The Cursed kills people who are evil until it develops a taste for innocent blood. It kills in the most gruesome ways possible before dragging the unfortunate souls to hell. There are multiple parts to this story, so keep listening to hear the whole tale. Then other stories will follow. But for now, sit back, watch, and listen to The Cursed Part 1. If you dare.
In the depths of the forest, there was a wicked creature that roamed the earth, cursed to seek out evildoers and take them to their doom. Its body was twisted and gnarled, its eyes glowing with a malevolent light. And as it searched for its next victim, the air grew thick with a sense of foreboding, as if the very earth itself were warning people to stay away. For years the creature had roamed the earth, seeking out those who had did wrong and bringing them to justice. Its methods were brutal and unrelenting, as it tore apart those who had committed evil deeds with a ferocity that bordered on the supernatural. Many who knew of the creature believed that it was a guardian angel of sort, sent to punish those who had strayed from the path of righteousness. Others believed it to be a demon from the pits of hell, seeking to bring as many souls down with it as possible. But for those who had crossed the line into evil, there was no denying the terror of the creature's wrath. One such individual was a husband who regularly beat his wife and children. He believed that he was entitled to do as he pleased, that his family was nothing more than his property that he owned. But the creature had other ideas. It followed him home from a bar one night, its eyes glowing with an otherworldly light. The husband was too drunk to notice at first, but as he stumbled down the dark streets, the creature began to close in. When it finally attacked, the husband was defenseless. He tried to fight back, but the creature was too strong. It tore him apart with a ferocity that was beyond human, leaving nothing behind but a pile of broken bones and torn flesh, and a stream of blood flowing down the street in crimson red. As the days passed, other evildoers became to fall victim to the creature's power. Some tried to fight back, but none could stand up to the creature's supernatural strength. And so, the creature continued to roam the earth, its wrath a warning to all who would stray from the path of righteousness. One day, a group of teenagers decided to test the creature's power. They had been bullying other kids at school, tormenting them with a cruelty that was beyond comprehension. They believed that they were untouchable, that they could do as they pleased without consequence. But the creature had other ideas. It watched them from the shadows, its eyes fixed on their every move. And when the time was right, it attacked. The teenagers tried to run, but the creature was too fast. It tore them apart one by one, leaving nothing behind but blood and carnage. Body pieces scattered everywhere. A severed head rested quietly on the street, with fear still showing in the eyes from what the boy had witnessed and experienced. As the years went by, the creature's legend grew. Some believed that it was a curse, a punishment for all of humanity's sins. Others believed it was a blessing, a guardian sent to protect the world from evil. But for those who had crossed the lines into darkness, there was no denying the terror of the creature's wrath. In the end, the creature was unstoppable. It seemed to be everywhere, lurking in the shadows, waiting for its next victim. And as the world grew darker and more twisted, its power only grew stronger. There was no stopping the creature. It had become a force of nature, a dark reminder of the consequences of evil deeds. And so, the world continued to turn, its people living in fear of the cursed creature that roamed the earth, seeking out evildoers and taking them to their doom. For some, the story was a cautionary tale, a warning of the dangers of straying from the path of righteousness. For others, it was a terrifying reminder of the darkness that can lurk within the human heart and the terrible consequences of allowing the darkness to consume us. As the years went by, the creature continued its relentless pursuit of those who committed evil deeds, leaving a trail of destruction and death in its wake. And while some tried to fight back, their efforts were in vain. The creature was all too powerful, too relentless, and too consumed by its own curse to be stopped. And so, the world slowly descended into chaos, as the curse of the creature spread and the line between good and evil began to blur. Those who had once been deemed good were now judged as evil by the creature, and the cycle of violence and destruction continued without end. There is no happy ending to the story of the cursed creature. It had become a symbol of the darkness that can consume us all, a warning of the dangers of ignoring the consequences of our actions. For those who had encountered the creature and survived, the memory of its wrath would haunt them for the rest of their lives. They would never forget the sound of its howls or the glowing intensity of its eyes, a reminder of the darkness that can lurk just beneath the surface. And so, the legend of the cursed creature lived on, a testament to the power of the darkness and the terrible consequences of ignoring the warnings of the universe. For those who would seek to commit evil deeds, the story was a chilling reminder that there is always a price to be paid, and that the curse of the universe can come for us all. So know, the cursed will seek you out and punish you for your wrongdoings. So check under your beds and in your closets at night, because it may be there waiting for you. You may be the next victim. Be good.
Welcome back, my fans. I hope you liked how the story begins. I'm sure you all plan on being good so the curse doesn't come for you. Continue listening to the story about the curse and hear the even more gruesome ways it takes the souls of the wicked people. Part 2 is called Descent into Damnation, where you will journey along with the cursed as it travels down the elevator of a high-rise building, taking victims as it stops on different floors. It will certainly give you nightmares. I want to warn you, these stories are not for the weak of heart and those who easily scare. But don't forget to like and subscribe, or you may be next. You may be cursed. You may be cursed.